Hello, this is Maksood Mohiuddin, your classmate at Education Technology class. This is the final presentation of my class project. For the class project, what I've done is I've built a interactive mobile app for kids to learn about geography. This is a high fidelity prototype. So this is an individual project in development track. The inspiration for the project came from traveling with my 2-year-old son. We traveled quite a bit around the states, and as we traveled, we wanted him to be exposed to different state name and certain information about the states as we are visiting. We are looking for an app which is going to give this information to him, but existing app geography apps in the marketplace for iOS and Android was using too much gamification. So from my research for this class, I've learned that an app that uses intelligent tuning system, some sort of game-based learning, and in a mobile device, and also use simulation-based learning, and combination of all of this can be very effective tool. So I decided to build an app for my son, and obviously, and kids of all his ages, 2 to above. But basically, it's going to be for preschool kids as well as kids from that can use up to class K8. I think this app can be used very effectively. So the minimum viable product of the app would be the coloring or drawing ability on the state map. So I've all the app my son uses has some kind of coloring ability, and that's what I noticed. Like it's that they like that, and then it will present some geographic information. So this is something that parents can share with the kid as their. This is going to be like a very conversation piece, the geographic information itself. And if the kids are a little older, they can learn actually about themselves. The geolocation feature. This is actually a from my research in geography education in general. This is a big thing right now to know the geopresence features, which is very effective to learn about geography. So I've incorporated that as my minimal viable feature. And also, we should be able to keep track of how many states we have visited and colored and such. So for the project, technically, I have built using the different technical tool I've used. I've used Trello as my project planning tool. I've used Envision app for my UX design. I've used Google Survey for my surveying tools, as well as YouTube videos from Google to present certain information. For the demo and all that. Ionic is my development framework. It's a cross-platform mobile application development framework, which is part of the and which uses Angular as programming language of choice, and Cordova as the platform. So Cordova is an Apache project. These are all open source project. I used Git as my course repository and targeted iOS and Android as my platform. I used Test Flight to test my beta test, and use Google Play Store to beta test my Android app. And then my project plan, as I mentioned, I used Trello. This is my Trello board initially looks like, and then for my UX prototype, I used Envision app, which is these are all open source free app. And then, so this is I conducted some survey on my low fidelity prototype, and I got some results. So this I presented a subset of the results, and these are kind of interesting. So as you can see, a lot of the feature I was developing, there is some varying degree of opinion from my surveyor, but I think I tend to I try to incorporate most of this in the features of the app. So here's the demo of the app in iOS. I will let it play out. As you see, it has the coloring functionality, and as the app launches, it's randomly select a state. It's selected Oregon here, and it lets you pick different color using color palettes. It lets you write a text on it. So here you can just writing hello, and you can move around the text as well. At the bottom, you can see different menu like learn will let you learn about the different state. Here I'm learning more about Oregon, and then you can also go back to click on the learn again to go back to the selected state. It lets you use geolocation. It asks for the permission to use geolocations. It looks like we're in California, and then here it keep track of the state you visited, and this is the app publisher information. Similar to this is the Android demo. It's very similar experience as iOS. It's only key difference is and in Android, the top menus in the top and the sub menus at the bottom, and everything else is similar. As you can see, it's here. It's selected Illinois, and I'm able to color Illinois and do undo and all that, and I'm able to select different state as well. And then you can also keep track of a state you have visited. So that's all the information about Android. This is the Android demo, and for future I plan to do some from the survey and my beta testing. I've got some feedback, and a couple of things I need to improve is better app navigation, and two of the first other thing was the ability to select state. So right now it's randomly select a state, but we should be able to select a state to color or draw. And last two things is something I wanted to incorporate of my own, which is intelligent tutor system for feedback to on-drawn map. So basically this will have ability for kids to learn about different state maps, so they can draw it, and I can use some image mapping, image comparison algorithm to figure out, give some feedback. Also, you can I wanted to do some kind of state mapping quiz. So basically, like shape of state will be presented, and they can put it in the user can put it in the US map to learn more about to match it. So this will be kind of cool to have. So next, I will show a. So this is my son actually using the app in my iPhone. So let's see. So there you have it. This is the live demo of the app in an iOS device. Yeah, so as you can see, my son was actually enjoying it, playing with in the app. Thank you very much for your time for watching this presentation, and I'll put more information about the different stack, different information about the different technology I've used in the PDF of this of the final presentation, so you guys can know more about it, and hopefully you will go read my paper and download the beta I have, so you guys can be a beta tester of my app as well. Thank you.